Welcome to the show. My guest today is a music artist by the name of Nicky Cortez. I got a chance to speak with him and his DJ RORO. They're coming out of Texas. It was a great conversation. Here's Nicky Cortez and DJ RORO.
Word.
Nice, man. How'd you guys meet each other? How'd you guys meet?
Oh, it's a long time ago. Long. He'll tell the story. I'll tell the story. Because it's kind of funny, we went to the same schools basically. And
childhood friends.
Nah, in middle school, look, okay. He was DJing, I was rapping still, middle school, I heard passing my tapes out type thing, feel me? Literally, I even gave this man one,
The grind, man. You were handing out mixtape outside of the football field.
Type thing, you feel me? I was doing talent shows, everything, And everybody was like, you got to give it to Ro. You got to give it to Ro. He a DJ. You got to give it to him. I give it to him, man, and I don't hear nothing from this man.
He put it in the back pocket for a little bit.
To be fair though, I was kind of on the trash, terrible side. You feel me? But
still building.
But out of nowhere, we went to high school together, and then I started doing actual music videos and stuff, and we had the same classes and stuff, and nobody wanted to really give me a chance or nothing like that. But his mom wanted to give me a chance, and I was looking for somebody to sign me. Basically, it would be like a manager or a mentor to me in a way. And his mom, put us both together. We both really didn't really like each other. Yeah, we both didn't really like each other like that.
Ooh.
Mom put us together, and it's been like that ever since. But it was like fire and ice. You feel me?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Real nice. Can you guys go ahead and just introduce yourselves? Let's start with you, Nicky.
Okay, yeah. It's the dark-skinned pretty boy, Texas heartbreaker, Nicky Cortez. Nicky Cortez, where you from? 115. Follow me on all my social medias at Nicky Cortez 115.
And I'm DJ RORO. I don't got a long intro like that. I'm just a regular guy, cool guy. I sit back in the back, take care of the business. Follow me, official DJ RORO, on everything.
Yeah.
All right, we got Nicky Cortez 115. We got the artist, the talent, and we got DJ RORO. He takes care of business behind the scenes, but still equally as dope and just making it happen.
Word.
Nice, man. All right. So, man, let's talk about the new EP you guys got out. Five track EP, Nicky.
Yeah, the Texas Heartbreaker Deluxe.
That's right. Okay, and you guys collaborated together on this project.
Yeah, well, I recorded it, and I've been traveling to LA to go record, and I needed a new engineer type of thing, and I was sick of traveling all the time, so I was and I'm always writing all the time, so it's always a process for me where it takes months and months for me to do anything, because I gotta write the music and travel. So I was you know what, I'm just gonna stay in my town, and I'm gonna actually record with someone that actually lives here. I'm just gonna knock it all out. And crazy, I recorded I wrote all 5 songs in one day or whatever. And
one day.
Yeah, one day. I stayed up all night doing it. I stayed up all night doing it. And I know it's crazy. I stayed up all night doing it. And then the next day I went to go record it all. And then because I felt like the project that I did put out before then wasn't good enough. So I felt like I can go harder than that. So I was like, I got to come up with something that's dope. So I did it and recorded it. And then after that, I always get Roman's opinion on all my stuff. So he told me it was a good go. So it was time to go.
Where'd you get the inspiration to write all these tracks in one day, man? Was it something you just went through? Was it a lot of energy, a lot of inspiration you had, or was this just how you work, man?
I just get fueled up, man. Like, I don't know. I always feel like my last stuff's my worst stuff. So I go back and listen to it, and I listen to myself so many times, you know, and I constantly be thinking, I could do so much better, you know? So I instantly it just comes to me, you know? And like, sometimes you go through like big waves of oceans of creativity, and sometimes you go through like dry desert droughts of creativity. But that night right there, for some odd reason, I just get motivated out of nowhere. And it's just like, give me some Red Bulls, some Monster Energy drinks. I'm going to knock it out. If someone told me that I need to drop 10 songs in one day, I would make it happen.
Make it happen. Nice, man. All right. And DJ RORO, so what were you up to with your music and just with your DJing prior to Nicky approaching you with his work? You know, what were things looking like for you at that moment?
Oh man, you know me, I just be chilling. I'm on the radio too, so I do a lot of radio things.
Yeah.
And so when he brought this project to me, he showed me, we were in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we listened to everything in the car. We just lock ourselves in the car. And I listened to it. I was like, yeah, we need to get on this one.
Yeah, that's what we got to do.
And you said, you know what? Both you guys had a lot going on, but you said, we got to bring it together and make it happen. We in Texas, we know each other. It just felt organic.
Yeah.
Facts.
Serious. And, you know, we come from a place where it's like nobody really is trying to give nobody a shot or nothing like that, you know? It's like, unless you got some like big like cosign or something like that, or you got to like sell out to get where you want to go to, you know, instead of picking on other people to help us or something like that, we decided to pick ourselves.
Oh, just like that. And with social media, you're able to make it branch out worldwide.
Yeah, period. You got to, you know, and it's like, and no matter what, it's always going to be a slow progress. But I believe that the slow grind is better than, you know, the easy grind and trying to do it the quick way to do something, you know, because I feel like hard work always outdoes any type of talent. Talent don't work.
You think that a lot of the work coming out right now, you think some of the hard work is being taken out of it? You think a lot of the social media is taking the time away from being able to curate the music and the tracks? Or what do you think that's looking like?
Completely. I feel like hip hop is really saturated right now. And I feel like it's probably because, like, you know, it doesn't really take that much of like skill really as it used to be, you know what I'm saying, prior to 5 years ago, you know, to really get to where you're going. You know, I kind of feel like you get a whole bunch of your homies with you and you start talking about, you know, this, that, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna work. You know, well, I feel like I don't feel like that's like not the only way, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like for other people who are really grinding and trying their hardest to be out here, you know, it's a slap in the face for others.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Nicky, where were you born originally?
I was born in Amarillo, Texas. Born and raised.
Nice. How about you?
Maybe.
All right. And how about you? How about you, DJ RORO?
I was born in Silver City, New Mexico.
Silver City, New Mexico. All right, man. Well, let's talk a little bit with you, man. But, you know, how'd you end up in Texas?
I moved here when I was like a baby still. Like, I was born there and I was there for like a couple months. And then we came back here. I don't know how we ended up here. That's a crazy story. My dad, he's from Mexico. So, like, I honestly don't even know how I ended up here. But I've been here my whole life. And
nice, man. Nice. And then how did you discover the DJing? How did that, you know, inspirations? What were your inspirations? How did you get those turntables and start making it happen?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've been DJing since I was 9. I'm 24 now.
All right.
One time, my mom used to be like a manager. So she like would manage us, and like these people came to her and was like, "Hey, we want to throw like a teen party with like kids. They're like, we need a DJ." And they're like, "Does your son want to do it?" And I was like, "I don't know nothing about DJing."
Yeah.
So I just went and got me some CD. I had a 6 CD changer.
Wow.
And I was making music on CDs, and I was just DJing for these little parties. And when I turned 12, I got like my first turntables. And then I started DJing in the club right at 12.
Wow, 12 years old.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, like, he's like the Chris Brown of, like, DJs here, bro. Bieber, the Frank Sinatras, like, you know what I'm saying? A youngin', you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
just a full prodigy, man. Always.
Was that because your mom was a manager and she was able to identify, good talent, and you fed off of that, DJ? Was it you had a lot of that? I feel like a lot of that came from within, and you already had it, man. Because if at 9 years old you had all this happening, man, there was something cooking early on.
Yeah, I guess so, because I really like, and then like in middle school, like when I started DJing, I was playing sports, and then like I got real serious like freshman year, and I wanted to play sports, but I was like, I'm not about to risk breaking a bone and not being the club DJ and making my money. I just stopped all the sports and all that, and I just stuck to it, and I lost friends and all types of stuff. This is the only friend that stuck around.
You lose friends all the time trying to get to, when they say it's lonely at the top, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody want to be with you when you're in the gym, but they want to be around, you know what I'm saying, when you got the trophy in your hand. What, that's how it be like.
Always when things are happening and that 15 minutes is happening, you get all the calls, all the attention, but then on that grind time, nobody's around.
I'm trying to tell you, that's how it be like. You don't know how many times, like, I be in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to show up, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the whole thing is, like, properly done,
So it's time for a party.
Yeah, so it's time for it's time for a party. It's time for, like, actual, like, big event party or video or something like that. Then everybody pulling through,
Oh, yeah. Everybody's reaching out. They want to be around for the party. You said it, DJ Ro. You guys said it, man. They want to be around when everybody's ready to get to celebrate the fruition of all the work. But where were you when the work was being done?
Yeah, so I'll be like,
let's talk about that.
You
so you have to have that mindset that you got to prevail and move things forward. You find your unit, your team. You guys have discovered yours. You said you work. We work together. Let's keep the work going. How do you eliminate all that other stuff out of your mind? You don't think about it, out of sight, out of mind,
I block people. I tell on it. But I'm mute and I don't talk to nobody. Like, I kind of feel like
no tolerance for it. No time.
Yeah, you feel me? And like, I don't really like be on like my socials like that. Like, I post and then I be out. Like, I post, I respond to a couple people, then I be out because I kind of feel like
post and ghost.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like if I stay in it, you know what I'm saying? My brain gets warped. It's like social media be taking over things. It make it seem like you're supposed to be farther than what you really is. And just because something really isn't working out for you, you know what I'm saying? It makes you feel like bad about yourself. And it's like, hell no. I'm not about to have myself feel bad. I'm gone. Block. Like, I just be like, nah, like I want my world to be very small.
And there's a lot of peace within that, because when you let others dictate your character and what you represent and what you have to offer, then you're always sort of on the other end. You're playing defense versus offense, having to constantly prove something you were never trying to prove. You're better off being yourself from the get-go.
Exactly. So I always tell people, like, if you like, they always ask me like, why don't you, respond? Why don't you say nothing? I'm like, talk to me in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, like, message me and just be patient. Because if you keep messaging me, you really want to talk to me, trust me, it's going to happen. I'm a real strong believer of the law of attraction. So whatever is supposed to happen, it's going to happen, regardless.
Let's talk about music videos, man. We got a music video lined up.
Yeah, I dropped one from Lubbock, Texas, called Bad Full of Lights. That was off of the Texas Heartbreaker Deluxe. And then I shot another one maybe like a couple weeks ago. Me and him got a couple cars. It looked like Fast and Furious, bro. Like, it was a crap ton. And then that was about in a couple like months or so. Not months, but like probably a month from now. And then I shot another one in Lubbock again. And I shot another scene yesterday. And I'm probably gonna shoot another scene next weekend. So it's like, I'm like, right now, I'm really just trying to put out as much like videos and line them up so I can just be able to be like, bow, 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 when my next project come out.
Absolutely. Line them up so it's just constant. Keep hitting them with that work, that content.
Yeah, exactly. Cause that's how I'm trying to do with my next project, like that.
What is that like for you having a with social media? Back then somebody could come out with an album, a EP, and then let it sit, and then it would just sit. But now it seems like you have to release it, and then you gotta keep on pushing it, right? Every day, maybe 3 times a day, or you know what I mean? How do you feel about having to do that, having to make the content yourself, and then balance all that with the artistry?
I kind of feel like you got to treat your music like kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I have an 8-year-old child and, people are outside shooting, am I going to send my kid out there with no bulletproof vest on? Like, so it's like, when you put out music, you got to treat it like your child, and you got to like pay for the schooling, pay for the, the food, the cafeteria, the bus rides, So I kind of feel like you can't put anything out without like at least having like some type of game plan or strategy, like before you put it out. You can't just put it out and be like, okay, now this is the time that I need to do now to come up with something. Like, no, you got to write it down before then and kind of like at least have like a thought process of how you're going to do it. So I kind of feel like if you really think about it, I mean, like, there's no way that you can like fail.
Yeah, and a lot of times people, they don't gauge that right. The strategy behind it isn't that great. And I was just hearing that the other day. It's like that you have to remind yourself, you could have the best piece of content on you, but if you don't have that marketing team behind that, a lot of these new artists, the way that a lot of these new artists are getting discovered, some of that music might be trash, but the thing is they have a lot of money behind them backing it up. And now to go viral, you pretty much got to pay for that stuff. You got to pay to play. And there's a lot of people with a lot more change in their pocket to do that.
Yeah, it's like you got to get like a cosign, or you got to be like related to somebody or some, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it be like, or it's like.
The social media is kind of eliminating that too. At the same time, is just that the playing field's getting a little uneven because once money starts to determine who's at the front of the page, you know what I mean? Then where does the artistry go?
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was just having a conversation with somebody out there in Lubbock at the film studio. I was over there recording. And he asked me what I thought about, putting out 5 videos in a week to like 1. And I told him, I was like, bro, it's all about like quantity is okay. But because rap is becoming such a saturated thing, it's like the quantity that everyone's putting out is terrible. So it's like quality is always going to be over quantity. And if you just have a good plan with your quality, like you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of anything. Because talent is always going to be better than just, putting out just random stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of these internet gurus, they be saying, put it out, whatever you got, put it out, just put it out, put it out right now, whatever you got. And it's like, man, that.
We started on these internet gurus, but I don't listen to nobody but myself. And the reason why I'm telling you this, bro, is like for anybody who's listening to this right now, only listen to yourself. Because look, there's been a lot of times in my life where I made a lot of dumb decisions, bad calls, because I was trying to listen to other people's opinions and I was trying to listen to other people's advices. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, every single time I ever made a decision that I came up with, that I decided to do, like, even if, I had a couple other people helping me or whatever that I was close to or whatever, it all worked out perfectly. The times that I started trying to listen to everybody, trying to listen to the gurus and listen to the, they think they have this formula, and this special Krabby Patty sauce or something. And it's like, no, it's not like that because everybody is different. So I just feel like, nah, bro, listen to yourself.
You got anything to add to that, DJ RORO?
Man, he's not lying about anything. So I'm just letting him I'm letting him do all the talking on this part because he's not lying about nothing.
He's not lying, man.
He be speaking straight back.
He would be talking too much. He would be talking too much without having a plaque or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, unless you Drizzy Drake or Kanye West or whoever, you ain't got no nerve or anything to say to me. You know what I'm saying? Unless you stacking 100,000 in your bank account 24/7, you could spend 5 G's and look at your bank account. You'd be like, yeah, I still got 100 G's, and you good. Then I'll start listening. But till then, never take advice without a check.
There he goes. That's big facts, man. Big facts. You hear that so often. I just heard that yesterday. Literally, I was talking to another artist, and we were saying that, once you hand over the keys to that, you start saying, "Hey, what do you think about this? You think this is good enough? What do you think?" It shows you're not confident in your own self and what you have to create, and where are you gonna go with that? How are you gonna carry on the whole ship if you're every moment you're always like, "What do you think about that?" You can't even ask those questions. You could ask a guy you work with, "Hey, you feel there's a difference with your unit," but once you start tossing that stuff around, the people start to question the king, right? Because he doesn't have confidence in his craft.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you because, look, a lot of times, maybe a couple of years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was probably a little bit farther than where I am right now, and my music back then is not as good as it is now. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I had too many cooks in the pot. I had too many cooks in the kitchen. I'm over here, this person, that person, this person, and that person. And it's nah, I should have just believed that I was already cold. You feel me? And that's what I'm doing now. So it's yeah, word.
More experience, and you move forward and just sharper. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? All one step at a time,
Man, I like it. Go ahead, man. I didn't interrupt you. Go ahead.
I just said ain't shit to a giant.
Man, this guy's the wordsmith, man. You know what you're saying, man. I like that. There you go, man. I like that you say that your music's like your baby, because even what we're talking about, where you said you work with too many cooks, and all that learning process is just like growing up, right? I remember one of my deepest memories is being 10 years old, taking the bus to Venice Beach. You got a guy in silk crocodile skin shoes and a newspaper and 3 little cups, and he's trying to hide it, and he's doing the whole thing. I got scammed for $60. I thought I could find this thing under the cup. This guy knew what he was doing, man. I was never the same after that. You sharpen up everywhere you go, man.
Yeah.
And I like that you say your music is like your baby, because with regards to that, the people give up too soon. You said you were in a better place maybe back then, but your work has gotten better. So now you put those two together. Who knows what's next, man? Only you.
Exactly. Only you know your true potential. You look up to, you asked me, you said, how do I feel about what motivates me sometimes? It's icons, like the Elon Musk, the Conor McGregors, everyone like that, you see their stories, you see the progression. Not everything's always sunshine, daisies, and rainbows for these people
at all.
It's always spurts of the moments. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor just broke his leg, on live TV, and I still believe homie gonna come back.
You think so?
I kind of feel like that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? That's how he is. He's break my arm, you know what I'm saying? Break this other arm, cut my head off. It's going to grow back because I'm not going to stop till I get what I want. So I got 9 lives. I'm like a cat. I'm down to 7. I'm keeping the show must go on.
Big facts, man. Big facts. And with regards to Conor McGregor, that's a very interesting character, because I think a big reason we gravitate towards them, it's that mindset, right? It's that dude, there's nobody more that believes that dude's gonna defeat in his mind, he won that fight. You know what I mean? He's telling people he won that fight, man. Yup. Exactly. Already as a businessman, marketing the next fight and everything.
That's how you gotta be though. It's you gotta be real competitive. It's okay, I lost this one, but that next one though, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. If we, there should be times when me and him growing up in high school, and performing and stuff, we used to get booed, get straight up booed. You know what I'm saying? People give us the dirtiest looks for even attempting to try to reach for the stars. And it's no, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not waiting on nobody. And I feel you always be okay, no matter what, you keep trying, because you know that your next one is going to be better than the last. He taught me and said, what's that quote you said? Your next move is your best move.
Yeah.
Your next move is your best move. You know what I'm saying? And you're always progressing. So it's I don't care if I lose 50 times. On the 51st time, I'm going to win.
Thanks.
Boom. You gotta be, and that's a huge thing, what you're just speaking on. You have to not have any fear of making these mistakes and putting yourself out there, because if you choose not to exist, you don't exist. If you're not making any noise, you're not making any noise. So even if you're getting booed, you're getting something. You're getting people to make noise, make waves, and that's the funny thing about it. They think they're laughing, but who's laughing, man? You guys are the ones putting yourselves out there, getting better in real action, real time.
At the end of the day, they still listen because it took them to hear something to make them boo.
Exactly.
They still heard it.
Yeah, they still listen.
Remember, like, damn, we booed him one time. I remember this line he said because we booed him for it, but at the end of the day, they still remember the line.
Yeah, they still listen, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone's always watching, you know what I'm saying? They just waiting on that one thing to happen for you. And after that, everybody pulling out the champagne. Baby, get the red panties out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing all of it, you know what I'm saying? They coming through with the pinatas.
Oh, man.
They just waiting on the one thing to happen, you know? But they watching. They always watch. People are always watching. You might only get 1 like. You might only get 2 like. It might even show up, you know what? It might even show up and say only 10 views on something. But guarantee people are seeing the link. People are seeing you share it, you know? They just waiting.
Absolutely.
Everybody coming to, like we just said, to the roses is already bloomed.
Sometimes when those people are booing, man, it's because they fear that they see in you what they can't see in themselves. You know?
Say it again. Say it again for them.
Man, sometimes when it's the truth, man. When you get in those boos, sometimes it's because they're booing at the fact that you're doing what they can't find the strength in themselves to do.
And you speaking facts, because look, you don't know how many times, you know what I'm saying, the same people who would be booing us when we were younger like that, now that we're older, you know what I'm saying, they trying to do the same thing. And it's like, oh, okay, so this whole time, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like that. It was really, you was just insecure and you was jealous and too afraid to try to even attempt to look at the stars, my dog.
It's trying to break you.
Yeah, to look. You know, it took you as 25 to 30 years old to finally get the confidence to go out there and do it. You know, and it's like, But that's how it is all over the world, though. Life is a crazy circle like that.
It's the truth, though, man. It's the truth. And you see them start doing that stuff themselves, and you kind of laugh. You're like, hold up. You said nobody should be doing this stuff. You said this was dumb. You said, and then I know.
Yeah, period. You know, that's how you know. Because of that, that's how you know. Even right now, to this time, you're meeting new people who are just like that. You know, and they're watching you. You know, and then there's also people who are looking up to him. People who are looking up to me. You know what I'm saying? We can't let those people down, regardless.
Both you guys.
Yeah, exactly. He got kids who look up to him. I got kids who look up to me. You know, and it's like, well, we're supposed to take all these L's in our face and quit? Nah, I ain't going out like that. I'm going out like the Alamo. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying on my shield.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Every lesson is a blessing. You know what I mean? We keep moving.
Yeah, period, you know.
Nice, man. Hey, man, you guys, go ahead, DJ Ro. What were you saying?
Yeah, yes, he got my man here preaching.
Yeah, I got me here talking, bro. I can talk about life and law of attraction and things like that all day, bro.
We at church right now.
Yeah.
That's what we at, man. We at church right now, man.
Right now.
Yeah.
This is why I invited you guys, because I knew that we were going to have this conversation, and this is the stuff people need to hear, man. So I appreciate you guys for being vulnerable with me and just talking about this stuff.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate you for even, like, reaching out. You feel me? Like,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you a real one, bro. You real recognize real.
Absolutely.
Million.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Well, you have music out. You never stop grinding. What else is next? What's happening next?
Hey, I got 2 other videos that I'm trying to put out. I'm trying to record my new project right now. Until then, y'all gonna have to settle with Bad Full of Likes on my YouTube channel. Buy my merchandise on my website, Nicky Cortez 115.com. Listen to the radio station in Amarillo, Texas. Plug in.
Yeah, I'm on the radio Monday through Friday. You can listen to me on there again. It's WeHipHopTX.com. Follow me, official DJ RORO. and follow this guy right here.
Nicky Cortez 115 on all social media.
Gang right here.
But yeah, my dogs in Trillion, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, see, my dogs over there.
That's nice right there. All right. All right, gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys, man. Let's get you guys again in the future and talk some more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nick, DJ RORO, we'll get an episode. You know, maybe we'll talk some more with you. You know, Nicky talked a lot, but you guys are both a team, and I appreciate everything you guys said. Equally as valuable. So much value from both you guys. The audience is gonna love this.
Yeah, we be the next YG and DJ Mustard, the next Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
All right. All right, you guys, watch out for him.
Screw.
Thank you.